Okay, hold on. I can't talk. I don't care. I do not care. It's like seeing your teacher at the grocery store. You're like, you don't belong here. Okay, grow up. Like, grow up. If you wanted to, you would. Hello, book besties. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Delaney if you are new here. And we are starting episode 4, I believe, of a series I've been doing here on my channel, reading new releases. So every new release that has come out in 2025, almost every new release, I have been vlogging here and uploading in this series. And we are about to have 2 of my most anticipated romance releases coming out back to back. First, I have Love Arranged by Lauren Asher. This is the 3rd book in the Lakefront Billionaire series, and I'm so freaking excited for this. I did not expect to love the series as much as I did. I'm not a huge, like, billionaire girl, but once I started the series, I could not stop. I literally binged them back to back, and they're long books. Like, this is long. I think the other ones are even longer than this, and I couldn't stop. I love her characters. I love how she writes spice, honestly. I love the romance. I love the depth. Everything was just chef's kiss, top tier, perfect. So very excited for this. It's been a while, so I'm not totally remembering how Lorenzo and Lily connect to the other characters. I'm gonna have to refresh my memory of like the character family tree, if you will, and like how they're all connected with like the interconnected standalones going on. So I'm gonna have to re-familiarize myself with kind of this world. But I'm very excited to jump into this. I was super, super lucky and I got an early release copy. So I'm diving in as soon as I possibly can. And I might do the audio as well when the book comes out and I have the audio, because I listened to the other ones partially on audio and I love the dual narration, and it just really like brought the book to life. It was a really great experience to have the audio and also have the physical book. So I might do both again as I read this. TBD. But this is the first book we are jumping into in this vlog, and I'm excited to read this. I feel like I want to read the Dreamland Billionaire series maybe this fall and winter, because I have never read Lauren Asher prior to this series, and I feel like I should have maybe started with Dreamland Billionaires, but there's no harm in going in reverse order. We are where we are now, so I might as well take advantage of it and go backwards and read those if I'm enjoying her writing style. I wasn't sure how to feel about the billionaire trope, so I might be going back and revisiting that series later this year. If you want like vlogs for that or anything, let me know. But as of now, diving into Love Arranged, it is just beautiful. It's such a pretty cover. I love the artwork on all of these covers, and I'm so excited to read this. So I'm going to be starting this soon, and I will definitely keep you posted, but I wanted to open up this vlog, let you know we are back at it with more new releases. I only know of the next 2 coming out, including this one, so maybe there'll only be 2 in this vlog, or I'm totally forgetting about a book and we will have a surprise new release in here somewhere. So to be determined, but I will definitely keep you posted as I read. I'm gonna go hop on. I have my Patreon video call for the month of August about to start over here, so I am going to go hop on the call and see some of your guys' beautiful faces and hang out with you for an hour. It's like one of my favorite hours of the month, so very excited for that. I'm gonna run and I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, hey, quick question. How is it that one person, being me, can hate billionaires so much in real life, and then I read a book about a billionaire and I'm like, put a ring on it, my friend. Like, I love this man. I love this man. This is such a cute book. I'm reading Love Arranged, obviously, and it is so cute so far. This is like a fake engagement because Lorenzo, the man in this book, is running for mayor and he doesn't have a great reputation. The current like running wow, his opponent is kind of like the family, like the mayor family, like the government family. Okay, hold on. I can't talk. His opponent, the man that he's running with against, you guys, oh my God, I might just have to film at a different date. I can't speak. Okay. His opponent comes from a line of men that have been local politicians in this area. So he is running, not only is he not super loved by the town, he kind of has not the best reputation, but he is running against someone that has a very strong reputation in like the run for mayor. So he decides to be fake engaged to one of the town's sweethearts, which is Lily. And Lily is a sister of one of our previous female main characters. If you've read this series, you know. So It's cute so far. Lorenzo, I wasn't sure how to feel about him. Something I really just don't like is the avoidant man stereotype in books. Sometimes I have a hard time even rooting for the man if he's like, she's too good for me and I don't want commitment. I don't want a long-term relationship. Like, okay, grow up. Like, grow up. If you wanted to, you would. If you really love her that much, you'll figure out your shit. So sometimes I have a little bit of like a no-nonsense attitude for that like trope of a man of like, I'm letting her go because she deserves better and I'm not ready for a long-term relationship and marriage isn't something I see for myself and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, you have some attachment issues and you need to figure that out. But I got over it because he's a sweet talker and I love him. I really do love him. So I'm enjoying this so far. So far, so good. I just love Lauren Asher's writing. She writes like, it's just easy to read. It's easy to fly through and just get really invested. And I love the billionaires. And that is something I thought would never come out of my mouth. So that's a slay. I'm enjoying it so far. It's going pretty good. We're getting glimpses of, this is kind of why I'm warming to Lorenzo and why I fell for him even harder. We're getting glimpses of his mental health. He has like a mental health condition, and I love when authors choose to do their mental health rep through their male main character. I feel like it's so often that women are painted as like the emotional ones or the ones with the mental health struggles, and I love to see a man that is like in touch with his emotions, goes to therapy. Just conversations around mental health with men I feel like are so rare and so important. So I love when authors make the conscious decision to have like the mental health representation through their male main character. I think that's really cool and it was really well done so far in this book. So I am enjoying this. I'm excited to go read some more. It is currently the weekend, so I have lots of time for reading. So I'm gonna go sit on my couch. Maybe I might color and listen to the audio because I love the narration of the audio. There's 2 voice actors and it's just done so well. It's almost like an in-between between regular audiobook narration and like a graphic audio because like the voice actors for each character will read like their own dialogue and everything. It's really cool. It's really well done. So I might do the audio and go color for a bit, but I will touch base with you when I read more of this. But so far so good. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, you guys, I love this book. I love this book. I think I'm a Lauren Asher fan officially. I already knew I was, let's be real. But this series is so freaking good. I will say I wish I remembered a little bit more of the details of the first 2 books. I feel like I read them quite a long time ago. I read them in January of this year, I think. So I guess not that long, but like quite a few months at this point. And I read them so quickly that I feel like they didn't fully, like the details didn't soak in. I still remember the characters for the most part and like the overall premise, but I wish I remembered more of the nitty gritty because they're coming up in this book and I want to like refamiliarize myself with them a little bit. But it's still so fun seeing like familiar faces in interconnected standalones. I love that in a romance series where you see past couples come up in the most recent book and how they're just like living life and they're just like, it's almost more fun to see them as side characters just like doing their life than to see the behind the scenes sometimes. I don't know. I love when we have couples come back in later books in the series. But I'm really loving this. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about like the mayor like political avenue of this, and I love it. I love Lorenzo. I love that he is like so pro small town. I can't remember if I told you the full premise. I know I told you like overall kind of like fake engagement and why it benefits him as he's running for mayor, but I don't think I told you why it benefits her and why she agreed to it. The man that he's running against is trying to shut down her small business and like really just kind of take over the town. I think he's prioritizing building like a country club, taking money away from schools, small businesses, like just so out of touch with reality, and his priorities are so out of whack for this like beautiful town of Lake Wisteria. So she's trying to save her business. He's trying to improve his reputation. They're fake engaged. They have a history. They have a past. He has tension with her sister's boyfriend or husband, and like there's just so much here. There's so much history, so much angst, so much tension. That's hard to say. So much tension. So much tension. I am almost done with this book at this point. I'm probably gonna go finish right now. I only have like 20-ish pages left, but I wanted to touch base because I'm just loving this. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. And I'm excited to, I saw that there's an epilogue, so I'm really excited for the epilogue and to see where we go after this. I'm giddy. They're so cute together. They're so cute. I love Lorenzo. I don't feel as connected to her as I did some of the past female main characters in this series. But I really love, hi baby. I really, really love Lorenzo, and I wasn't sure that I would. So this is really good so far. I feel like it's going to be like a 4 or 4.5 star as of now, but we're gonna go finish it and then I'll let you know my final thoughts and rating. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. Well, I finished, and then there's like a little note from Lauren Asher in the back of the book saying like, basically saying goodbye to Lake Wisteria is not easy and it feels like home to her and she's so sad the trilogy is over. And my heart, I'm sad the trilogy is over. I really do love this town and I love these characters and they do start to feel like family. I really enjoyed this series. Oh my gosh. This was really good. I just finished it and it was really good. The epilogue was so sweet and I love them together. They are like endgame. I feel like they're a couple when you close the book and you're like, yeah, they're staying together forever. Like they are going to truly live their happily ever after. I feel like they just have such a unique connection. I love him. I love the OCD representation and like him going to therapy and just like how he takes charge of his own mental health and prioritizes his own mental health and how she supports him in that journey. I think that was really beautifully done. This was really good. It was really, really good. I love that he supports and uplifts her and prioritizes her business and her career to the same extent that she does, if not more. Like he is her biggest fan and they're really, really cute. I don't feel like I enjoyed this as much as I liked the second one. The second one is my favorite in this series, but this was still really good. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 star. I love their connection. I love their romance. I loved all the like intricacies of it and like all the history and almost like a little bit of a mystery going on at times and like what happened in their past, the conflicts, everything was really well thought out and really deep and meaningful. So I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I highly recommend checking out this series. I do need to go back and read the Dreamland Billionaire series because I think they're somewhat interconnected series. Not to the extent that you like have to read them in a certain order, but I think that they are interconnected if I'm not mistaken. So definitely have intentions to read that. Maybe I'll vlog it for you guys, but I think that could be fun. I love Lauren Asher. She writes some good spice too, you guys. If you're like kind of iffy on spice, you're like, I only like it when it's really meaningful and like adds to the plot and adds to the angst. This man, he does that and he has a filthy mouth on him and wow. Wow. That is all for this book. I am anxiously awaiting the new Elsie Silver. It will be here in just over a week. The release day is a week from tomorrow, I believe. No, today's Tuesday. It's a week from today. It is officially a week from today. So I will be picking back up this vlog when that book gets here because I will be dropping absolutely everything on my to-do list and on my agenda to read that book. There's no question about it. So I'm very excited for that. I will touch base with you when that comes out. Yeah, we can wrap up this portion of this vlog for this book. It was really good. You guys need to take a trip to Lake Wisteria if you haven't yet. Not literally, meaning like you should read the books, not literally take a trip. Is Lake Wisteria probably not a real place, huh? It's in Michigan, isn't it? Anyways, I digress. Read the series. Hello, book besties. It is one of the most exciting days of the year. It is a Elsie Silver release day. It is wildcard day, and I downloaded this the second I woke up this morning on my Kindle and I got to reading. My physical copy still is not here. It's supposed to be here in like 3-ish hours is what the delivery time says. So fingers crossed that gets here soon because I really want to annotate. I've been annotating on my Kindle and I want to have the copy in my hands. It's good, you guys. It's good so far. I'm on chapter 6, I believe, is where I just left off in my Kindle. And I wasn't sure how to feel going into this because I'm normally not a fan of age gap romances and never in my life have I liked the boyfriend's dad trope. It's so weird to me. I've never read it where I've liked it, but if there's one thing Elsie Silver can do well, it's change my mind on a trope. The tropes in some of the Chestnut Springs books are tropes that I absolutely hate in almost every other book that I've read. And some of them were still 5-star books for me. So I don't know how she does it, what kind of witchcraft she has going on, but she can make me love tropes that I was fully convinced that I hated. So super cool, super excited to see where this book goes. And yeah, I feel like the age gap isn't as big of a thing. I think they're 39 and 27. So very much of age and like consensual, like that's fine. It's more the boyfriend's dad thing that I'm not totally sure how I'll feel about. Oh my gosh. Hi, baby. She's so cute. Not totally sure how I feel about that, but that's okay. I am loving both the characters so far. We didn't get a ton of them in the previous books. I feel like they were the least set up in the prior books. Does that make sense? Like I feel like every main couple through this series has had more of a setup in the prior books, and they weren't talked about a ton. I feel like Bash was talked about more than Gwen. Gwen is kind of a mystery to me, and so far I'm really relating to her. She struggles with like body image, and she's a yogi, and like she's a yoga instructor, and she's very relatable and very authentic, and I really like her so far. I also really love Bash, and your first impression of him is him like standing up for a travel agent or like a booking agent at the airport, and like just the way he stands up for service workers and like just the human he is. He's just a good guy. So he's really likable. She's really likable. They have kind of like a meet cute moment. It was really sweet to read about. It's really the boyfriend's dad thing that I'm a little iffy on, but Elsie Silver is magical and she can make me love things that I never thought I would. So I'm really enjoying my time so far, flying through it, reading it any second I can between client calls and work meetings today. And hopefully my physical copy will get here soon. Delilah's barking at my door, and I don't think I'm expecting any other deliveries, so maybe. Sometimes she likes to just bark at the neighbors and thinks they're not allowed to be in their own front yard, so who knows ever what she's barking at. So I'm gonna go see what she's yelling about, and I will update you hopefully when I have the physical book in my hands and have read a little bit more and made a little bit more progress. But we're off to a really great start. As per usual, I had no doubts. Okay guys, day 2 of reading Wildcard. I'm about to dive into it for the first time today. I left off on chapter 13 yesterday, which is page 120, and it is so freaking good. I am just loving these characters, and I'm loving seeing like the cameos of the old characters from this series, like especially West. West is like my favorite in this whole series, but we get like Reese and Tabitha and Ford and Rosie, and it's just so cool to see all the old couples come back together. I love it. There's actually just a part at the end of chapter 12. Yeah, it's talking about West and Skylar, and it says, beside him, Skylar shakes her head but stares up at him with stars in her eyes. Like no matter how ridiculous he is, he still hung the moon for her. I sometimes wonder if it's because he's so ridiculous that she's found peace with him. And knowing their book, like my heart just melted to see that they are still so good for each other. I feel like these are real people. Every time I read Elsie Silver books, I just like the couples are so real to me, and I adore them. West and Skylar in particular have such a special place in my heart, and I love them. But he even goes on to talk about the other ones. Rosie has dropped her face into her hands, and Ford has his arm slung over the back of her chair. The only thing he gives West is his typical dry eye roll. Reese's deep, rumbling chuckle filters in from the other side of the table. Arms crossed over his broad chest, he looks downright amused. Amused enough that his wife, Tabitha, shoves an elbow into his ribs along with a threatening sounding, "What are you laughing at? I made that cake." I love the banter, I love the relationships, I love the friendships. I just love this friend group and all of these characters. They're so near and dear to my heart, and it's so fun to see them all in like the final book. Granted, I don't know for a fact that this is the final book. Is there more Rose Hill? I kind of hope there is. In my brain, this was the last one. Am I crazy? I don't know. I really don't know what's to come. But yeah, this book is just really sweet. I think I mentioned the dedication yesterday, but I don't think I read it to you. It says, for the ones who were told their dreams were too dreamy, but who went on to make them come true anyway. And for my awful high school English teacher, Mr. C, who looked me in the eye at 16 years old and told me I'd never be a good writer. Thanks for the motivation. In her published novel, that is just bound to be a bestseller. Like, what an iconic comeback. That's so slay. I love Elsie so freaking much. Her characters are just everything to me. I'm really, really loving this. I'm really loving it. It could be on track to be a 5-star read. I Would not be surprised. Elsie Silver is the queen of romance. She's probably my favorite romance author of all time. And it just feels so good to be back in an Elsie Silver world. So that's my update starting day 2. I have the physical book now. We are going to go read it. I am at page 120, chapter 13, and I'm excited to dig back in. I also am really loving Clyde and like getting to know more of Crazy Clyde. We got glimpses of him just being like this kooky older man in the previous books, and he's kind of a main character in this book, and I'm loving seeing more of him. He's really endearing and really sweet. So that is my thoughts as of now. I don't know how many times I can tell you I'm loving it, but I am loving it. All right, besties, I have read more of Wildcard. I'm actually almost done, so I needed to update you before I fully finished, and I took notes on my phone, so I need to open my note app and see what I wanted to yap to you guys about. Okay, first of all, I said that the banter in this book is literally making me laugh out loud. Like, Elsie Silver and her witty banter truly makes me giggle every single time. Like, they're funny. The characters in her books are genuinely funny human beings, and they make me laugh. For me to be reading something with my eyeballs sitting by myself and having an actual laugh out loud reaction, that says a lot about the book and about the author. So I just love her writing. It's so incredible, so amazing. I am loving these characters. The poker scene was so fire, so fire. There was so much tension and so much angst in that scene where I was like, are we about to get spicy right now? And then they kind of like didn't, but it was unspoken, and it was perfectly written, just the right amount of tension and like spice indicator, I guess, to like really kind of fuel their fire. Beautifully done. I was giggling and kicking my feet. It was incredible. Another thing I really wanted to touch on in this book is I love that our female main character, we're tackling body image and being in a bigger body. I think she's in a bigger body. That's part of what I'm going to say. But tackling body image and like self-perception and all of those things. People making comments about your food and about your body and about your exercise and yada, yada, yada. We're tackling all of that in what I think is a really responsible way as someone who has lived that myself, and I also work with that population as an eating disorder recovery coach. I think it's being talked about very responsibly. So we're doing all of that without having like this insane emphasis on a plus size female main character. I feel like sometimes our female main characters are either so itsy bitsy teeny tiny so petite, like Consider Me. When I started to read Consider Me, I DNF'd it. Literally the female main character's entire personality was that she was so tiny, and I was like, I don't care. I do not care. So we either go that route or we go like so focused that our female main character is plus sized that becomes her entire personality, and I feel like that is just, we're missing the point. Like, the messaging is still there about trying to like be size inclusive, and you can do that in a way that you don't make the woman's body her entire personality. That right there is the problem. Like, women are so much more than their body size, and I feel like that is done beautifully in here. Like, I genuinely don't know what her body size is. I don't know what she looks like. Like, she still has these body image struggles. I know she's curvy. I know she's beautiful. I know she's a very womanly woman. And I don't know, like, they don't make that her entire personality. Does that make sense? I feel like some books really kind of toe the line where it's like, yes, I see what you're trying to do and the intent is good, but we've kind of like shot ourselves in the foot by making the body such a heavy area of focus. Does anyone else feel that way? I don't know. I want to talk to you guys about that because I just feel like it's being done in a really beautiful and really responsible way. The last thing I wanted to point out in this last little section that I've just read before I finish this book is the raccoon charcuterie board that he puts together. Like, he's getting her raccoon back. My heart melted. My heart melted. Absolutely so freaking cute. If he wanted to, he would, ladies and gentlemen. That is all I'm going to say. I'm obsessed with these characters. I love them. I really, really do. I love this series. I need to do more research if this series is over. I don't know if the series is over. So I need to look into that because I'll be really sad if this is over already. But yeah, loving it. Still on track to be a 5-star read as of now. I don't see a world in which it isn't, but I don't know the conclusion yet. So still open to seeing where it goes, but it's so good. I'm really loving it. So that's the update. I'm gonna go try to finish this probably today, maybe tomorrow if I somehow don't have enough time to read this today. But I will update you when I do finish with all my thoughts and everything like that. She said my ick word. Elsie! She said my ick word. That's unfortunate. Bo Eaton, what are you doing here? Bo! Oh my gosh, I have to text my friend. Literally, Bo, what are you doing? I love a Chestnut Springs crossover. Bo was not even my favorite character, but I love the little interconnections that we've had throughout this series with Chestnut Springs. Chestnut Springs is like my family. They just I feel so connected to them, like so deeply. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. It's like seeing your teacher at the grocery store. You're like, you don't belong here. I love it. I finished. Oh, I don't know if I should read it. The way that Wildcard is brought into the book. It's so cute. Okay, I love Bash. I really love Bash. I don't think he's my favorite in the series. I think Weston remains my top boy in this series, but I do really love Bash. It might be Weston, Reese, Bash, Ford. I think would be my ranking. I liked Ford a lot more as a side character in the books after his. I liked him in his book, don't get me wrong, but probably my least favorite. He's probably number, I love them all. I love them all. How do you pick? 5 stars. 5 stars. Oh my gosh, I just adore Elsie Silver. I love her freaking books. I love her characters. I love her spice. I love her humor. I love the romance. I love all of it. Oh my goodness. Sebastian Rousseau is a grumpy, hot as hell fire pilot who's too damn good with his hands. Now, if that isn't a sentence that makes you want to pick up a book and read it, I don't know what will. I'm in love with this series and this book. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I kind of want to just reread all the Elsie Silver books. I told myself I was going to reread. Told myself I was going to reread. Oh my god. Breath. I told myself I was going to reread the Windy City series by Liz Tom Ford this fall and winter. But Chestnut Springs is calling me home. And now that I know there's going to be a TV series, and this is also going to be a TV series if I'm not mistaken. Elsie Silver, you are a queen. You are an absolute queen. Okay, what is with these like 2 little horns that I have sticking off the top of my head? That's not very cute. Okay, I have officially read 2 books here, Love Arranged and now Wildcard, and I think I'm gonna end the vlog with just 2. I typically try to fit 3. I cannot speak English today. Okay, I typically try to fit 3 books into every vlog, but I just have not posted on YouTube in probably close to 2 months. It's been really, really, really long. I've just like been kind of going through it. There's been a lot going on with my other job and life and health and family, and I'm okay. Everything's fine. Just kind of been a lot, and so I've been focusing on like Patreon, Instagram, TikTok, and I have really neglected the YouTube fam. So if you're still here, thank you, and I missed you, and I'm really, really sorry, and I'm trying to be better. It's just hard sometimes when life is heavy. You don't really want to like put a camera in your face for longer periods of time. It's one thing to sit down and film short form content, but longer form content just feels a little bit more difficult when things are hard. So I appreciate the grace, and I appreciate all of you who have told me you've missed me on YouTube. I've missed you too. And I don't want to make any promises that I can't fully commit to, because that would make me feel really bad. But I can promise you it is my entire wholehearted intention to get back on a regular posting schedule, and whatever that looks like, I'm not entirely sure. But I'm really thankful for you guys, and I'm sorry that I've been neglecting you a little bit, but I love you, and I'm excited to be back with 2 books that I really loved, 2 of my most anticipated new releases of the entire year, and a really fun vlog overall. It was lots of good reads, lots of good times, lots of good spice and romance and all the things. So no better way to welcome myself back to YouTube than with a true Delaney style spicy romance reading vlog. So that was fun. Thank you for hanging out with me over the last couple of weeks here as I read some new releases coming out, and I will see you very soon somewhere on the internet. I love you so much, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye, book besties.